All right, here we go. Welcome back to the second half hour of The Factor Uncensored. Now, follow me here. Onlyfans models are putting their deadbeat dad on blast. One model is transgender female, telling the world that the guy with the username Hottest Daddy was in fact her actual biological father subscribing to her page. The other says her dad is asking for exclusive content. Sexual content from her page. Both say their dad subscribed to their channels and watch their adult content. Absolutely nasty. Now let's talk about this foolishness.
You guys have got to admit, this is some strange shit. It's like, what the hell is going on?
There's just so much to unpack with that in the very beginning of that statement. I mean, we have differing views on pretty much everything, me and Lena, when it comes to certain things, but that's a boundary, right? I feel like as a parent, I don't think I would ever go on to anything that my child had that had any kind of sexual content on. But the psychology behind it is, I don't even know where to begin thinking about what that man was thinking to begin with, and the horror that his daughter felt upon finding out this information. I mean, this is a whole topic of mess. This is just a mess, right? So, I mean, what would she think? I think she was probably outraged. She was probably disgusted. I couldn't even imagine finding out that my dad, your father, the person you're supposed to be able to trust with everything in your life, was looking at sexual content of yours, let alone ordering specific sexual content. As far as the mindset behind that is just flabbergasting. So yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's crazy. Where do you go from there? Like, she has every right to be just disgusted.
And Lena, your position, did he cross the line in your opinion? Any sane person, he crossed the but yeah. Did he cross the line in your opinion?
100%. When I first got told of the story, I was like, no, there's got to be more context. Maybe this dad trying to support
right. You know,
daughter.
She even told me, she was like, maybe she was just trying to be independent and didn't want to take his money. So
and maybe he was just like, here, let me just support my child. Let me
but
not.
But then you say, I want this done. I want you to do this for me.
It blew my mind. I was like, how do you cross those boundaries? You read on further that she was basically estranged from her father at the age of 16, no longer like keeping main communication, moved out of the house. And this is going on. She starts the OF. And for the past 2 years, it's been going on. She finds out when she's 21. This is such a developmental part of her life to find out that the person that she's no longer associating with, her biological, I mean, regardless of what it is, but biological father asking for these lewds and these nudes, these provocative visuals, it's overstepping all sorts of boundaries. It's uncomfortable. It's disgusting.
And for those who are on the outside looking in, individuals who may believe, well, they work in the sex industry, so there are no morals. What would you tell a person like that?
There are no morals, but there are principles. And the principle of the matter is you don't go to your child's OnlyFans where you know that they're not only creating entertaining content, but they're creating arousing content. There are things that are okay, and then there are things that are not okay. There is a strict boundary, and you don't cross those.
Exactly.
I mean, Lady McCallum, would you agree with that? There are no morals?
Well, I mean, I think morals are a societal construct, right? Mm-hmm. I think that we are sexual beings. I think since the dawn of time, there has been sex work. There has been always prostitution. There has always been some kind of sexual activity where there are funds transferred, correct? Mm-hmm. Now, this is a proven fact. This is not me trying to be like, oh, it's normal. I think it is normal. We're all sexual beings. Now, in some places, sex work is 100% legal, and some it's not. There are actual statistical facts where the sex work is happening, where it's legal, there is better.
They just remove the construct of what shame is.
Yeah, so as far as a society,
removes shame.
As far as society goes, we live in this world, in this America, where we want to shame women and femmes, which is this transgendered woman who is a woman, but she is also has the stigma of being in the LGBT umbrella. So she has the double stigma. already attached to her. So now you have all these people on the internet saying, well, she had it coming, she deserved it, what did she expect? Now, this is where society in the USA especially breaks down. This is consent, okay? I consent to show my body online as a model. I consent to do lingerie modeling. I consent to do impose nudes online. That does not mean that I can walk down the street and some man can rip my shirt open to look at my breasts because I have shown it on the internet, and therefore it is fair game. Unfortunately, we are in a very, very, very hardcore rape culture as our country. We still shame women for showing their ankles, and this is ridiculous because it actually happens. I've actually seen models on the internet get ripped apart for having like too high of pants, or like their neck is showing. Their neck. This is not the 1900, like this is not 1900. We don't need to be so self-conscious and so shameful about sexuality. Like, we are sexual creatures. Now, the whole morality thing is, what is moral to you is not necessarily moral to me. So therefore, where do we draw the line as far as morality goes? If I think that women should be able to walk down the street without their tops on, and you don't think so, why do you think men can walk down the street with their shirts off? So there is a power imbalance to begin with in America, in the world, honestly, but especially in America, where we still feel like women's bodies have to be policed. So this all turns about and turns about, and this poor girl who happens to be on OnlyFans, which I think is great. I'm a 100% sex worker advocate. I think you do what you want with your body. Consenting adults do whatever you want. But there is the point right there. Consenting adults. She did not consent for her father to go and creep on her, which is exactly what this man did. He proved to be a predator, right? He showed her and the entire world and her family that he is a predator. And you have people on the internet blaming her. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense that this grown man has now terrified her, because I'm sure that would horrify anybody, man or woman. If your father, you as a man, what would you do if your father was in your inbox asking you for lewd content? Isaiah, seriously, you would freak out, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's triggering, it's emotional, it's horrible. And the fact that we are slut shaming this poor woman for work that she is doing that is fully legal work.
And it could be emotionally damaging for her down the road.
Oh, yeah.
100%, not down the road.
Trauma. Lena is all about trauma response. Like, this woman is so smart when it comes to trauma response and family representation about that. Now, there's literally no way that what has happened to this woman is not causing her an extreme traumatic disorder. Like, this is not even funny. She has to go through transition, which I'm sure, given how her father reacts now, I can't even imagine how he acted when she transitioned. And then to have him feel like he can now sexualize her because she is who she is, there's just all these, this whole story that's unfolding is insane.
Totally insane. Like, well, we want to thank you. We want to thank you both for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored for this bizarre ass story on a Friday night.